All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. Now, when two powerful monarchs disagree, tradition and influence collide. A fresh supremacy tussle is playing out in Yoruba land as the Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Abimbola Owode, and the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, clashed over the conferment of the title Oluomo of Yoruba land. The Alaafin issued a 48-hour ultimatum demanding that the Oni withdraw the title conferred on a businessman. But in a sharp response, the Oni spokesperson, Moses Olafari, dismissed the ultimatum as an empty threat from a dead empire. Olafari, writing on social media, further described those behind the ultimatum as jokers.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Telecast TV. I'm Miracle Angala. You're watching a conversation about two Yoruba monarchs having issues because of the title Oluomo. Endeavor to watch to the end. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, comment, and share your thoughts. Don't miss trending videos.
Stressing that the Oni was focused on youth empowerment while others were entangled in supremacy battles. The development has sparked debates across the region on the relevance of traditional authority in modern society. Strong words used there, BKO, but the Oni's aide, describing the ultimatum in his words, empty threat from a dead empire. But talk to me, is it right to dismiss the Alaafin's threats? I mean, how do you react to this?
First and foremost, there is no such, the Oni never intended to confer the title of Oluomo of Yoruba land on anybody. This is just a case of misinformation. Listen to what Jubril Dotun Sanusi himself, in his letter acknowledging the honor that the Oni was going to be bestowed on him. He said, I'm deeply honored to announce that I've been officially conferred the title of Oluomo Odua by the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi. There's a difference between Oluomo Odua and Oluomo of Yoruba land.
Okay, yeah, there are two different
Those who went to town saying, Oni wants to give Oluomo of Yoruba land. These are patently ignorant people. And then you cross problems between two traditional rulers out of pure ignorance. The person honored has already announced that, look, they are going to make me Oluomo Odua. There's a difference between .com and .gov.
True.
Of course.
True.
And .net. They don't mean the same thing, for God's sake. This, what I would have expected, because it embarrasses me as a Yoruba person.
Exactly.
From the Karo Jire country. When I hear traditional rulers fighting amongst themselves.
In public.
This thing has been happening. The supremacy battle is not new. It's one of the reasons they had to split Oyo and Osun. So that the Oni of Ife back then and the Alaafin were constantly tussling. The two of them now have gone to meet their maker. Will now have, this one will have his own area of influence, that one.
Just for peace.
That was IBB's way of solving that problem. Created Osun State. That was the military's solution. Now, what I expected the Alaafin to have done was to say, my cousin, I had this, what is going on? He should have sought clarification so that the Oni can explain that, okay, my brother, the story you had is not true. This is what I plan to do. Some time ago, the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, Gani Adams, conferred Ààrẹ Mayegun on the current Attorney General of Ondo State.
Okay.
That's Barrister Julo. When the late Alaafin had, because they went to tell the late Alaafin, they are already battling with you for supremacy. Can you imagine? Gani Adams is giving people Mayegun of Yoruba land. He now said, no, we made him Mayegun Are Ona Kakanfo.
Okay, Mayegun or Are, not of Yoruba land.
Because in his position as Are Ona Kakanfo, he is permitted to give people chieftaincy titles in that position that he occupies. So he made him Mayegun Are Ona Kakanfo. He didn't make him Mayegun of Yoruba land. Once it was explained to the Alaafin, Alaafin later decided to simmer down, and he went on to confer the Mayegun title on his preferred person. So there's no ambiguity. If this thing would have been avoided if the two traditional rulers agreed to talk together. If we are pursuing the same goal, it's a shameful thing. For example, how would people take it if the Emir of Kano, there are two emirs of Kano now, so if either of them decides to face the Sultan of Sokoto and they are exchanging words, how would people, won't some of the people today in Yoruba land, won't they be mocking people of northern Nigeria? Now you see, because of the fact that they didn't have good understanding, they were not patient with one another, people are throwing jabs at Oni. And some people too are throwing jabs at Alaafin. This is a thoroughly unnecessary beacon. And some of the words used by
the aide
of the Oni was downright irresponsible. You see, a really sensible person should never talk like that, because when you are saying that an empire is a dead empire, you are insulting all of us without knowing it. Something is wrong with you. You are insulting everybody.
Really strong
all because you desire to make a point clear. You can make your point clear without necessarily
using such words.
I've seen people also comment on the matter and say, no court conferred on the Alaafin exclusive power to give titles. But you see, the Oni was careful. Oni didn't say he was going to make him Oluomo of Yoruba land. That was not what he said. And the person who got the title himself came out before now to say they made me Oluomo Odua. He's very careful about. I like the fact that he has not even been given titles anyhow. If you look, he's going to be 10 years on the throne.
Yes,
how many titles can people even recall that Oba Enitan Ogunwusi has given out? And in doing that, he didn't say Yoruba land, because he was careful to avoid this kind of bust-up. But at the end of the day, it's a different title that people are talking about. There was no time that you gave him Oluomo of Yoruba land.
Why would the Alaafin react to a fake news? Something that is not even true.
It's unfortunate that this represents the larger society, how we jump into the press. And don't forget, this issue that is being reported, even some media or some outlets are not even catching this phrase. They are also saying Oluomo of Yoruba land.
Yes.
And when the Alaafin hears the word Yoruba land, he believes this is my territory.
Exactly.
You remember the Are Ona Kakanfo of Yoruba land. So you just feel that, hey, somebody is going into my territory.
The road.
So what stops us? Now there's technology. What stops us from putting a call through? Do you understand? So this is totally uncalled for. I'm not blaming any of the kings. But then, for the fact that their aides could release a statement, they need to record their aides. They need to let their aides know that if you are not competent, then don't speak on our behalf. Because when somebody is speaking,
you have to be conscious of the spoken words.
Spoken words. And this time we are even dealing with traditional leaders. So there is a whole lot of tempers that will fly. There was a lot of people who take this thing very personal, and it's totally unnecessary. It's so good that we are putting it in the right context. So it's just to say, and when you're talking of Odudua, Oni of Ife is the son of Odudua, and definitely he can do anything that has to do with Odudua. So his action is totally in line. His action is totally on point.
Okay.
It's just for the Alaafin and especially his aide to withdraw that statement, to withdraw that threat, and really put things in order. Otherwise, this is totally
now this public spat between these two respected traditional rulers. Do you think it can erode, the respect and reverence people have for traditional institutions?
I think it's been, from the way we are discussing it, I think it can be nipped in the bud, one. Number two, I also want to believe that there is no animosity before now. Because what this thing shows is that
maybe there was something.
No relationship
there's something.
Because if there's relationship, if I hear
there
that,
have been constant communication.
Yes.
I would have put a call.
It's just a call.
No. This is not right. But for us to be in the media, putting it rightly,
absolutely,
quoting the person that is being conferred, then it's totally embarrassing,
very
especially on the part of the spokesperson.
The spokesperson. Really strong words were used. But anyway, we need to go on this quick break. When we return, the conversation continues. Don't go anywhere. It's still Journalist Hangout. All right, if you just joined us, it's still Journalist Hangout. I still have BK Orai here and Kaidi Ladendi. So before we go into our next conversation, still talking on this issue of traditional institution, how damaging is this dispute, between these two traditional rulers in the broader image of Yoruba unity in Nigeria's multicultural context?
Well, I don't see any real damage done at this stage. The elders, we still have elders on the land, and the wedding talked to both traditional rulers, and I like the fact that, in spite of the threat, the two traditional rulers have not even spoken. It's just their aides,
media aides
who are saying all kinds of things on social media and other things. There is no need for a jurisdictional contest between the two most prominent traditional rulers in the Southwest. No need for a jurisdictional contest. And Oni's influence stretches even beyond Yoruba land. Yes, it stretches beyond Yoruba land. That is a fact. I'm a historian, nobody can tell me that, because I didn't just go through school. I passed through the school, and the school passed through me. So I know that his influence stretches even beyond Yoruba land. Leaders must be careful what they say and what they do. Leaders must also know their limits.
Limits.
The title that the businessman Dotun has been honored with is not one of pan-Yoruba significance. It's not one of pan-Yoruba. Those saying it's been made a Oluomo of Yoruba land, they should take back their falsehood, because that's not true. And the man admitted it. Before this whole controversy even came up, he announced that I've been made Oluomo Oodua. He didn't say Oluomo of Yoruba land. So what is all the head banging on the wall against? What was it about? So it's just, we just need our traditional rulers to calm down. This is not the time to heat up the politics or cause disunity in Yoruba land. It's a big disservice to Yoruba land for people, for us to even be reading some of what we are reading.
Exactly.
That an empire is expired where? How? The relevance is there, it remains expired in your heart. There's no such thing as aspiration of an empire. No.
Does the spokesman even know history?
What do they know? These people.
Something like that.
It is a careless statement.
You cannot. People, when these things happen, people just need to calm down, especially the so-called misadvisors. Traditional rulers sometimes take action based on the first person to come to them. It should not always be the case. You should be calm. Ask God to give you the wisdom of King Solomon. You have to be calm. You must never be in a hurry. Let me look at this. What's going to happen?
Exactly.
You know, if you need to make us, you make us. Otherwise, this will not be necessary. And we are their subjects, and we are embarrassed by what is going on. That's why we have to do this.
True.
All of the name calling just based on falsehood. Falsehood, is not what did not happen.
There's no truth to it.
A wrong interpretation.
I mean, where did that story even come from? The falsehood.
That's why I say that if there is a communication, if there is friendship, trust me, this would have just been corrected. Even if it was a mistake. And in this case, it wasn't a mistake. It was a clear-cut description.
I think this is where the Yoruba elders need to come in and mediate.
I think the whoever has released this statement needs to apologize and retrieve the statement so that I can douse the tension, because this unnecessary acrimony and animosity that have been built are totally unnecessary.
Absolutely. All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next.
Awo's wife,
Mama
Ichaidi, was Yeye Oba Odua. Not Yeye Oba of Yoruba land. So the dichotomy is clear.
Exactly.
And people should not provoke us by their crass ignorance. The ignorance peddling our country has to stop. It's too much.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, let's